January 1, 1969, the arrival. After departing from Oakland Army Base in California, our plane lost the race with the sunset as we flew across the Pacific. After making stops in Honolulu, Hawaii, and another refueling stop in Guam, the sun finally lapped us. My watch no longer reflected the heavens around me as morning did not arrive on schedule. All I knew for sure was the year 1969 had just begun. I'd spent my waking hours, many of which should have been sleeping hours, of the previous year preparing the skills necessary to be an infantry sergeant in the jungles of Vietnam. As we headed to the Saigon airport, we descended through the clouds, and I caught my first glimpse of Vietnam. It's not what I expected. The landscape was covered with fields, only a few trees along the waterways, but nothing that looked like the jungle I had envisioned. I began to wonder if we were in danger yet. Why fight us one at a time when a simple rocket or missile could take out nearly 200 soldiers on a plane? When we land, will we be rushed off the plane so the plane can quickly return to the safety of the air? Will there be armed soldiers at the airport to protect us as we get off the plane? The plane did land safely and the airplane doors were open. I stepped out of the plane and felt the January heat. As I made my way down the steps to the tarmac, I realized this was just an ordinary airport. The baggage handlers were already unloading our duffel bags and we were led into a terminal. Walking through the terminal, I noticed all the travel posters of exotic places the airport served. I was loaded onto a bus and I began to survey the country that'd be my new home, either for 1 year or the rest of my life. I looked at the Vietnamese people on the crowded streets. There were men, women, and children doing their daily routine. I was feeling sorry for myself, but I cannot imagine what it must be like to have grown up in a war zone. My goal was to survive a single year, but the people before me had obviously already survived many years. On the bus trip to the replacement station at Benoit, I noticed a radar system that was at least 2 or 3 stories tall, a military swimming pool, a military gym, the NCO club, and even the officers club. At the replacement station, I was put on the 2nd floor of the barracks. Across the street was the ice cream parlor. I'd been denied conveniences for the last year in the name of preparing me for Vietnam. Now I was in the best facilities of my short military career. While recovering from jet lag and waiting for my permanent assignment at the replacement station, I was given an assignment to clean up an office. As I supervised the waxing of the floor, I looked around the office. On top of one of the file cabinets was a thermal grenade. I theorized its purpose was to destroy secret files in case of an emergency. But then again, it may have just been a gag military cigarette lighter. Behind the oak desk and leather chair was a picture window. On one side of the window was an American flag, and on the other side was a military flag with hundreds of colorful campaign ribbons. The window behind the desk provided a panoramic view of the base at Benoit. As I looked out over the base, I understood this was just the beginning, but I had not expected the war zone to look so permanent.